Please rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Can I get an approval for the minutes of meetings held July 24th and August 2nd, which were furnished to the Sioux Falls Argus Leader for publication in unapproved form, all in accordance with SDCL 13-835, with the following amendment to the August 2nd, 2017 minutes by removing the phrase of vetting the tech programs offered and replacing it with of a veterinary tech program to be offered.
So moved.
Second.
All right, and I should mention that we have our fifth board member, Cynthia Mickelson, on the phone, so we'll have to do our votes via roll call tonight. So, Todd?
Aye.
Cynthia?
Yes. Can you move it a little closer to the speaker? I'm not able to hear Kate very well.
If we just move the spider over to me a little bit. Is that better?
Much. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Todd, we got Carly?
Aye.
Kent?
Aye.
And myself, aye. All right, that motion passes. And we got Cynthia's aye, yes? All right, okay. Cynthia. All right, that is approved. Any persons wishing to address the board? Thanks, Bev. Can I get an approval of the agenda, please?
So move.
Second.
All right, and roll call. All those in favor, say aye. We'll start with Todd.
Aye.
Cynthia? Carly?
Aye.
Kent?
Aye.
Kate? Aye. Any discussion? All right, that motion passes. All right, good news report. Deanne.
Good evening, everyone. We are just about to enter our third year of the Sioux Falls School District Bus Safety Campaign. Noticing that safety incidents were increasing a few years ago, the district began working with its transportation provider, School Bus Incorporated, during the summer of 2015 to raise awareness. The campaign includes safety messages for students riding and for drivers who are on the road also with our buses. The public service announcements have been widely used on local cable channels, our own K-Learn TV, your Sioux Falls Classroom Connection, YouTube, and other various social media channels. We did create a new public service announcement this year to garner that awareness a little bit more and to continue to encourage parents to have conversations with their children about appropriate bus behavior, reminders for our teachers to convey to students who are riding the bus and also to families who share the road with our buses. So I'll show you that now.
School bus safety is like a puzzle. It only works when all the pieces come together. Schools work to create safe drop-off and pickup zones. Parents can prepare kids by reviewing bus safety rules. Our drivers are well-trained and inspect buses before every route. The community can be aware of school zone laws and stop when a bus has the stop sign out and red lights are flashing. Students should review bus safety rules. Learn more on our website, and together, we can get students to school and home again safely.
So that public service announcement, again, will be running on all the channels we've used previously and also at our open houses when we are welcoming families into the school for the first time for the fall. Transportation Supervisor Missy Brock wasn't able to be here this evening, but she did share some information about how the campaign is reducing the number of safety incidents that are reported each year. The following information is from 3 different schools, and we're not going to name the schools specifically, but all of them are elementary. One school had a total of 48 safety incidents during the 2015-16 school year. Last year, that number at that school was reduced to 2 safety incidents. Another school had 112 the previous year. That number dropped in half to 56. And a third school went from 79 incidents in 2015-16 to just 3 in 2016-17. So that's all great news. The conversations that are being had and the expectations that are outlined for our students as they are riding the bus are getting conveyed to students, and they are accepting those as rules for riding the bus. We do still, however, of course, as we always do, we have work to do. In one case, a safety attendant was added to a bus, and the number of incidents in that on that route actually went up. However, School Bus Inc. indicates that they believe the students are actually safer on that route now because there is that extra set of eyes that can watch for any safety incidents or infractions and that type of thing and take care of them sooner. So, you know, it's great to see numbers going down in this case, but we also have to acknowledge the fact that because we are more vigilant and putting more eyes on the bus, in some cases those incidents will rise as well. So we just encourage our community to embrace our school buses, share the road with them, make sure you're watching out for children who may be forgetting the proper crossing rules and things like that, but certainly we'll continue to do our part to educate the students about safety and encourage everyone on the road to watch for children as well. Any questions?
Any questions for Dan?
Thank you. Good work.
Thanks, Dan. Nice to see those rates of incidences go down. Okay. All right, any conflicts of interest? No? All right, can I get an approval of the consent agenda, please?
So move. Second.
All right, take a roll. Excuse me, roll call. Todd?
Aye.
Cynthia?
Yes.
Carly?
Aye.
Kent?
Aye.
Kate? Aye. Any discussion? All right, that motion passes. All right, can I get a motion for the supplemental consent agenda, item A, items 1 through 4, claims to Sanford?
So moved. Second.
All right, all those in favor? Todd?
Aye.
Cynthia?
This is Sanford, correct?
Sorry?
This is for Sanford, correct?
Correct.
I have to abstain.
An aye?
Abstain.
Oh, right. Okay, Carly?
Abstain.
Kent?
Aye.
Kate? Aye. All right, that passes with 2 abstentions from Board Member Ryder and Board Member Mickelson. Can I get a motion for supplemental consent agenda B, contract with Avera eCare?
So move. Second.
Okay, Todd?
Aye.
Cynthia?
Aye.
Carly?
Aye.
Kent?
Aye.
And I abstain from that vote. That passes. All right, on to reports of the superintendent.
We have 3 reports tonight. The first is an advanced placement program update. Here to give that information to us is our high school curriculum coordinator, Kristen Gernager.
Good evening. The Advanced Placement Program is a rigorous, academically rich in content program available to all students. Students who take these AP courses have the option of taking an exam designed by the College Board, and the test results are reported on a scale of 1 to 5. Students must achieve a 3 or higher in order for the course to be considered for college credit. During the 2016-17 school year, students were able to choose from 27 AP courses in the areas of English, math, social science, science, fine arts, and world language. In the past school year, enrollment in AP courses increased from 2,338 to 2,706. It has been a practice in the district to look at graduating seniors who have taken at least one AP course while in high school. Chart A shows the percentage for 2017, along with the trend for the past 5 years. In the 2016-17 school year, the percentage of graduating students enrolled in at least one AP course rose from 47.3% to 50.6%. Of the students enrolled in AP courses, 90% took the AP exam, which is an increase of 6% from the previous year. Chart B shows the number of exams taken in the past 3 years and the number of exams that scored a 3 or higher. During the 2016-17 school year, 2,439 exams were taken, and 1,744 exams received a passing score of 3 or higher. Chart C shows the percentage of students that scored a 3 or higher in the past 5 years. This year, 71.6% of the AP students scored a 3 or higher, which is also an increase from last year. AP students in the Sioux Falls School District continue to score higher than state and national averages. Chart D shows the district, state, and national pass rates over the past 5 years. In 2016-17, the pass rate for South Dakota was 70%, the national pass rate was 60%, and as I stated before, Sioux Falls was almost 72%. Sioux Falls School District also accounts for 52% of the total AP exams taken in the state of South Dakota. Our final slide shows the AP College Board recognition, and Sioux Falls continues to shine in this area as well. We had 387 District AP Scholar Award winners in 2017, which is up from 353 in 2016. And you can see that there were 182 students who received the AP Scholar Award, 75 received the AP Scholar Award with honors, 130 received the AP Scholar with distinction, and 24 received the National AP Scholar Award. We have a district AP committee that continues to promote the AP program and strive to balance between the number of students taking AP exams and their performance. The incentive budget for advanced placement was $113,360. This money is used for professional development, for costs of proctoring the test, classroom materials. In 2017, the cost of the AP exam was $92 per test. Students with financial need qualify for taking the AP exam at no cost. Last year, we had 234 tests qualify for fee reduction. Next year, the cost of AP exams will rise by $1 to $93 per test. Are there any questions?
The strategic plan goal, I believe the percentage was
2%?
2%, so
we exceeded that.
we've exceeded that.
Yes.
So are we looking at increasing that?
We are, and we'll reestablish that, and that comes, I believe, in September. Be a report to you in September.
Right,
Okay,
yes.
great, thank you.
One of the interesting things, I think, is when the math person in me looks at the numbers and tries to figure out the percentages. Some interesting statistics for me are we educate in the Sioux Falls School District a little less than 1/6 of the students in the state of South Dakota, but we take a little more than half of the tests in the state of South Dakota. I wish I knew the percentage of tests passed in the state of South Dakota, because I believe it's even higher than 52%, isn't it?
It's 60% pass rate for the state, and ours is 71.6%. And the national is
Yeah. I'm thinking of those tests passed in the state. What percentage of those were passed by Sioux Falls School District students? I just think when I look at those numbers, it's amazing to me. And what it tells me, I believe, is that for the top-end student, I think we're as good as any district anywhere in terms of preparing students who are at the highest end academically, and that's certainly a feather in our hat.
Absolutely.
I think it would be interesting to know, we do a report just on the seniors and how many classes that they take, but certainly there are students who are sophomores and juniors who are also taking AP classes. So it'd be very interesting to know how many students take 5 classes over their high school. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be kind of fun to know, like, wow, on average, our students who are taking AP classes are taking 4 during their high school year and they're passing or whatever. So I don't know if that's how that would look, but.
That's certainly something we could request. I could easily send you the number of freshmen who took this year, sophomores, juniors, and seniors who took tests this year, because that is broken down on the AP website.
Yeah, and I'm sure some of them are taking 2 and 3 and 4 of the exams. You know, when you think about that being in kind of a 2 to 3 week block time for them to be studying and preparing and taking these tests and doing so well, I think that says a lot for the material that they've learned, but also, their retention and then their grit too of saying, okay, I know I got to do this in the next 3 weeks because it matters, and sticking with it. So I think that's cool too.
Yeah, I think our teachers do an excellent job of preparing our students.
Yeah. Any other questions?
And I'd ask the board acknowledge the results. Thank you very much.
Can I get a motion to approve the 2017 Advanced Placement Program Report?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor? Roll call. Todd?
Aye.
Cynthia?
Aye.
Carly?
Aye.
Kent?
Aye.
And Kate, aye. That passes.
Our second report tonight is a staff development update report. The report is brought to you tonight by Dr. Boyson. She is our Assistant Superintendent in charge of academic achievement.
Good evening. Tonight I'm going to talk to you just a little bit about our staff development and the activities that we have planned for the beginning of the 2017-2018 school year. It's part of the strategic plan, Priority Area 3 district staff. And we have priority statement number 7. Sioux Falls School District will support and train staff to encourage innovation and enable them to grow throughout their careers. We're committed to staff development and training for all 3,000 plus employees prior to the start of the school year. District staff have organized and planned 132 different activities to include the custodians, clerical, educational assistants, related service providers, specialists, teachers, administrators, and substitutes who will be in our buildings throughout the school year. In addition, the district has planned staff development in the buildings. The principals will provide training to new staff, emergency preparedness, and other target-related activities to meet their building goals and needs. So tonight, I'd just like to highlight a few of those for you. Some new things that we have going on this year to get the year started. We have 1,800 certified staff, and of those 1,800, we have 138 new teachers to the district this year so far. We could have another new one tomorrow, but as of Friday, we had 138 new to the district, and of those 138, we have 61 brand-new teachers to the profession, so with 0 years experience. And so that's a nice number to know that we're bringing in all those new teachers. So the district team has planned 132 targeted trainings for all staff based on their assignments, focused on best practices, encouraging reflection, innovation, student achievement, and emergency preparedness. Some of those areas include mentors for those 61 new teachers, and that's a district-run program through the state. And those 61 new teachers will be matched with a mentor or are matched with a mentor, and they will receive 34 hours of training and collaboration with them, along with the support that they will receive from the instructional coaches. We have our own CSI program, Computer Science Immersion, and that will start at Lowell, Annie, and Hayward, and they will start their training, their focused training, on Wednesday. So they'll spend all day Wednesday and all day Thursday with the folks from Code to the Future and their coach, and that coach will continue to provide training to those 3 schools throughout the year, and they'll be in those buildings weekly. ELA, our English Language Arts Adoption through K through 12, they're there to support. We have training at all levels, and we have the curriculum people from Collaborative Classroom for the elementary. We have Houghton, Mifflin, Harcourt, and Bedford, Freeman, and Worth working with the middle school and high school levels. And we have support for all the other areas with that English language learning. We have Dr. Stephen Schroeder Davis, and he's going to work with our Mindsets with Challenge Center and Edison Honors Program. He's also going to look at how they support the underachieving gifted students and the complexity of that gifted education in those classrooms. Early childhood will continue their work with Harmony on the social emotional curriculum that is been provided by Sanford, and also the Collaborative Classroom has a component to it that provides a structure for developing classroom community through purposeful interactions, social and problem-solving skills. So that will support them. We have technology training for our clerical with Infinite Campus. We also have Swivel, and that's a camera that our new teachers and instructional coaches will be using. So they put that camera right anywhere in the classroom. The teacher wears a lanyard, and it has a remote, so that camera follows them throughout the classroom. They can place microphones around there so they can listen in on student conversations. They upload that video, and it goes right to the instructional coach. The instructional coach can comment online on all the positive things and supports that through that interaction, and then the teacher can look at that too. And we have ClassLink, that's a single sign-on program that all students will be using throughout the district. Safety, each building reviews safety procedures and different training areas. Poverty, we're going to continue the study of impacts of poverty in our classrooms and our schools. And throughout all of these, Sioux Falls is committed to providing staff development that is job-specific, targeted to each employee group, so that they have the skills necessary to be successful in their job. Questions?
Any questions?
Busy next couple weeks.
It is a busy next couple of weeks, and some of the trainings have started already.
Okay. Can I get a motion to approve the staff development update?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any question or any other discussion? Okay, roll call. Todd?
Aye.
Cynthia? Cynthia? I think you're on mute.
I thought I heard
Oh, be back or
some
something.
issues. Maybe we lost it.
Oh, it's still, I think it would have dropped. Todd, how should I proceed? Discontinue. Carly? Aye. Kent?
Aye.
Kate? Aye. All right, that passes.
Okay, our next report comes to us from our Assistant Superintendent in charge of Administrative Services, Jamie Nold. Mr. Nold will be talking to us about our teacher internship program.
Good evening. This report or executive summary is on the teacher internship program for the Sioux Falls School District. This also falls under priority area number 3, the district staff, and specifically, I'll wait here.
Sorry.
No, they're fine.
Welcome back.
Thank you, sorry about that.
That's all right. Jamie's starting his report on the Sioux Falls School District Teacher Internship Program report.
Perfect, thank you.
And the priority statement that this works with closely is the Sioux Falls School District will develop strategies to enhance the quality and diversity of its workforce. So really, when we look at that part in the program that I'll be presenting on here, it was the diversity of its workforce was our original intent on that, but I'll go a little more depth in that as well. So during the 2016-17 school year, we had 2 action items that we looked to set forth to be able to meet that goal. The first one was a teacher pathway program, and we'll present more on that later on a board report later this year. That truly looked at the students and the support that we would give with students to be able to grow our own, to be able to fill many of those positions we have in the Sioux Falls School District and increase the diversity in our workforce. The second program we looked at, though, was the teacher internship program, and that truly dealt with the adults, staff that do have, or employees that we currently have, or people from our community that would have a 4-year degree already and possibly would have an interest in a teaching career. So the teacher internship program was intended to be a pilot program for this school year with the intent of 5 individuals that we would place into the internships, and they would have an undergraduate degree and hopefully a desire to go into the area of teaching. We set up a 9-week internship program where they'd be matched up with an effective teacher in the area that they had the greatest interest in. So whether that be in the elementary, middle school, high school, and then also in the subject area that they'd have the greatest interest in. So they filled out applications and sent those in for this 9-week internship with the intent of having 5 positions that we would fill. The end result would hopefully be that they would then go back and become a certified teacher. We did work with area colleges and universities to be able to set up programs to introduce to the individuals that be accepted into this program, and they would also receive credit for the 9-week internship at a greatly reduced price, be $40 as a transcript fee. So we did work that out with the area colleges as well. When we sent out the applications earlier this spring, we did that via email through the school district, posted on the school district's websites and other forms that we got the information out there. We had over 30 individuals apply for the position, which is great. We didn't know what we would get in that first year, but we had over 30 individuals apply for the positions within for the internship, with 5 that we were going to set up. We did establish the 5. We did extend that, and as of this morning, did get confirmation that the 6th one accepted. So we went from 5 to the 6 just because of the quality and the depth of those applications. And so we have 5 that are established, 1 that was pending, but as of this morning did confirm that, just working to establish them with a teacher that would host them for this upcoming year for one of those quarters. Of the 6 individuals, there's 2 that are of minority or diverse backgrounds, and there's 4 in the area of special education. So when you look at that, to fulfill our statement for this area, the priority area, there's going to be 2 of that diverse background and 4 in hard-to-fill areas, which would be our special education area. So that's why we did advance it, because that 6th one was also in the area of special education, so we decided to bring that in as well, with all 6 of which expressing interest in going on and completing a teacher certification, hopefully pending the 9-week internship. The 4 interns that are 4 of the interns are currently Sioux Falls School District employees. They're aides or EAs or behavior specialists with the Sioux Falls School District. So another possibly unintended outcome of this that is a very good positive is the career advancement opportunities for our own staff within the Sioux Falls School District. We had quite a few from the Sioux Falls School District that applied. So obviously it's individuals that have undergraduate degrees, do not have teacher certifications, but are looking to possibly go back and earn that certification. So 4 of which are currently Sioux Falls School District employees that will be in the internship program. We will continue their employment, so when they're done with the internship, they'll return back into the position they had currently, and they will just have substitutes cover their roles within the Sioux Falls School District during their internship. 2 of which are not employed by the district. They will receive substitute pay during that 9-week internship period. So each of which will be covered by a sub or through sub pay during the internship time. The cost of that ends up being $31,443 as a total cost for the 6 during the internship. So the recommendation is to acknowledge the progress of the Sioux Falls School District Teacher Internship Program for the 2017-18 school year.
Thanks,
Questions
Jamie.
you could have?
I have a couple of questions.
Yes.
So it's 9 weeks long. Do they all start in the fall, or are they staggered throughout the year?
They're staggered throughout the year. So a nice part of that with the special education, one of which is outside the district, so we do not need to hire a sub for. But the other ones, they'll all go quarters 1, and then 2, 3, and 4. So we can have the same sub cover the 3 in a row. So second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter. So we'll have the same individual covering all 3 of those during their time that they'll do the internship. With the other 2, we have also spaced those out as well, depending on what fit best with their schedule. One of the individuals that had moved here from a diverse background, their family would be moving here as well, so they'll have support with the younger children in the family, so they wish to go in a later part of the year. So we kind of worked as to what would work out best for those individuals who are applying.
And then for those that have a bachelor's degree not in teaching and want to be certified, what's the time frame for them to receive certification?
Generally speaking, with most of the programs, with the ones in town and USD, they figure that can be a 2-year program, depending on how quickly they wish to complete their coursework. But generally speaking, that can be a 2-year program in there. USD does have the special education certification process they go through, and that can usually be a 2-year program. Multiple schools have pathways that they can take to become certified teachers in other areas other than special education. So for those 2, that would apply. For the 4 in special education, more than likely that could be through that USD program.
Am
2
I
years.
remembering correctly that we often will hire teachers and with the agreement that they get certified within a certain time frame?
Ironically, there was 2 others that we had set up to do this internship as well, and somebody by the name of Becky Dorman had hired those out from under us before we could get them into the program. So it is a good part of that consequence as well, because that was also in the area of special education, which, as you know, is a hard-to-fill area. So as a result of, through this application, we came in contact with 6 individuals that could qualify as in special education and would become certified teachers, hopefully. So yes, there is still that opportunity that they can and still teach with the agreement that they do complete that programming. Now, it'd be nice, obviously, if they can go down and get their master's and get that completed and become a certified teacher through that traditional sense.
Thanks.
The nice thing of the 9-week internship, it gives them someone that they can work alongside and see some of those effective traits of teaching. So when we went through there, obviously talking with building administrators, and then contacting those teachers that were highly recommended, and each one of which that we had contacted agreed to host a teacher. Some wanted to set it up between a couple, so there's sometimes where there'll be 2 teachers that'll work together to host an intern.
Thank you.
Great. Any other questions for Jamie? Okay, can I get a motion to approve the Sioux Falls School District Teacher Internship Program Report?
So move.
Second.
Any other discussion? I think it's just great, another great opportunity that we have. I'll be excited to hear the year-end report, see how those folks fared and if they still want to stay with us. Well, hopefully they do.
Absolutely.
Okay, roll call. Todd?
Aye.
Cynthia?
Aye.
Carly?
Aye.
Kent?
Aye.
And Kate, aye. That motion passes. Anything else for the good of the order? All right, we're adjourned. Or can I get a motion to adjourn? Sorry.
So move.
We are adjourned.